There's been thousands of textbooks written about the need to plan. No great surprises there. If you don't plan, then often your execution won't be right. How many times have you seen technology actually drive the business agenda rather than the business need itself driving the implementation of the technology? A common mistake. But there is a time when the planning needs to stop and the time to procrastinate needs to finish. It's action time, decision time. The world is moving fast, innovation is moving fast. We need to be on top of that. We need to be decisive. I think the key message here is, once you have decided an action, whether it's the implementation of technology, driving towards certain customers, certain service segments, people management, whatever it might be, once you've taken that decision, it is time to be decisive in the action. This is where a lot of businesses make a mistake. Often the best course of action is, once you've taken a decision, make it the right decision. It is not always easy to take decisions on matters. There's sometimes 50-50 calls. But once you've taken the decision to go down a path, don't go down that path 70%, 80%, 90%. You must do it 100%. More often than not, if you're decisive in your action, then you will make it the right decision. If you have that commitment to the execution, if you have that belief, you show the leadership to the rest of your team that this is the course we're taking and it's the right course, you are energized in the way that you communicate with your team, then it's amazing how it becomes the right decision, even if internally you might have some doubt. I can distinctly remember a case years ago when I was working in the travel industry, and we had to choose between our preferred supplier, between the two major airlines in Australia at the time, Qantas and then Ansett. I'm showing my age going back that far. It was a tough call. Both organisations were great organisations, and we chose to go down one path. Once we made that decision, the success that we saw from that 1 to 2 years later was, I'm sure, not because we chose the right horse. It's because once we had chosen a horse, we actually went for it 100%. Making the right decision is just so important, of course, but making the decision the right decision is just as important. Now, there is a message here, and of course, once you've made the decision and you go down a path, then you still need to reflect as you go through. The definition of insanity, as we all know, is continuing to do the same thing and expecting a different result. So there is a process improvement here where you plan, you act or observe what you do, and then you reflect. And there is a time for reflection. And sometimes you do have to change course. But flip-flopping around won't help you. If you need to change course, change course. There needs to be very good reasons why, and they need to be well communicated. If you don't communicate them to your team well, then people will not understand the why, and the commitment won't be there. So yes, it's not blindly going ahead, but it is, in essence, making a decision and then making it the right decision.